Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marquee Place. Yes, I'll be your host for today's event. My name is BJ Siang of JCI Akala City, Culiat, and good morning. Can I hear a pleasant good morning sa inyo? May I hear it? Good morning.
Good morning.
Parang kulang sa kape. Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to our event for today, which is #AKONAMANMUNA. Ayan, okay, and of course, we were going to start our event with an invocation prayer to be led by none other than, ito na siya. Hindi na pala siya, YouTube na lang pala siya. Okay, may we please all stand as we honor the prayer for today's event.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Please remain standing and may we call on the presence of our VP for International, Mr. Kevin Wilkerson for the JCI Creed.
Good morning, everyone. May I request my brothers and sisters from JCI Akala City, Culiat to recite the JCI Creed, prayer, mission, and vision with unison and conviction. JCI Creed. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men.
Reyes Romero for the opening remarks.
Good morning. First of all, I would like to apologize. I came in late because we just came from a project also from Pradera. So, na-traffic na po. So, sorry for being late. Sorry, Jels. Okay, so good morning to our officers, to our members, and of course to our guests who are non-JCI members. Welcome po. Welcome to JCI Akala City, Culiat. Welcome to AKONAMANMUNA. Thank you guys for coming, for being here, and I know this will be a very good day. This project, this is very, very close to the heart of Jella. And congratulations, Project Chair Jella, and to AKONAMANMUNA team. Before this was just an idea, and now it has come to life. And I am very, very excited to learn something from our talk today. To our speakers, si Sir Philip, and to Teacher Tina, thank you for giving your time today, for being generous, and thank you for sharing your expertise and your experiences and wisdom. I don't really know so much about self-care, although I have some idea. I am a homeschooler, and the method that we're doing in homeschooling is the Charlotte Mason method. And one of the principles that we follow there is what we call the nanay culture, or in simple terms, it's called the me time. as a teacher parent to my daughter, we practice, I try to practice at 10 to 15 minutes me time every day. Na if you look at it, the 10 to 15 minutes, the result of it is compounding. So when we say like 10 to 15 minutes of me time, it can be as simple as drinking your cup of coffee in silence. Na sarili niyo lang talaga yung time. Or you can spend that time with reading a book or doing something for yourself. And the result of it is wonderful. It keeps people, or it keeps me somehow filled, like my cup is filled, and when your cup is filled, that's when we can give more or do more. But I'm not here to talk about it because I'm no expert, and we have two very, very good speakers for today, Sir Philip and Teacher Dina. So without further ado, I'll give the floor back to our host so that we could start listening and learning for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President. Okay, once again, good morning! Diba? Ayan, ako naman muna. I think, ito ang masasabi ko sa project ni Chair Director Jella, that this is actually the first project na merong self-care. Tama ba? And I am so, nag-speech. I am so proud na I am one of, ako yung host ng project ni Chair Jella. Because I believe that I really need this. Yan, saktong-sakto. Sobrang napaka-perfect timing, eka na. Because, gaya na nasabi ni Press Kate kanina, na I think you should practice like a 15 minute of your time to take a break. And I believe that the hashtag ako naman muna is, masasabi ko, hashtag break time for yourself. Ayan. So, speaking of break, I think we have, we prepared icebreaker. Ayan. I think itong icebreaker natin is what we call human bingo. Shala sa human bingo. So, may pasigawan ba ng bingo?
Yes. So, guys, everyone has their fillers. Everyone has their fillers. Inside those fillers, you'll see a bingo card and a sticker. Yung bingo card lang po ang gamitin natin for this morning. Sino pa walang bingo card, please let us know. Everyone, even my committees, JCs, you can get kasi ang dami natin bingo cards. So, basic lang naman ang mechanics ng game. So, there are descriptions there. Di ba? Ang dami na. So, we'll all go around trying to look for people who would fit those descriptions. So, ganun lang siya. As much as possible, kung sana tayo dumoble, baka mamaya ikaw na mag-sign o sabihin mo, uy, sign mo lahat to. Let's all go around and try to meet new people. So, when you find someone, ask them to sign doon sa box na will describe them perfectly. Yeah, so I'll give you 3 minutes to go around. And unahan to, whoever has the most people sign on their card will get something.
May sulatan na to, guys. Please, kailangan na to.
So, everyone are ready with the cards?
Lugar na tayo. Kaya dapat may mga tawag dito? Makeup.
So, importante yung
Makeup.
time is at 9:59. So, give me 3 minutes. We'll end up 10.
3 minutes for me.
Sige, tingnan natin.
Sige.
So, guys, you can start now. Go around, meet new people.
Ayan. Time starts now.
Sino ang nakapuot ng 20 boxes?
Ako! Hindi ba ako na ay, tapos na ba? Ayos na?
Anong timing?
Sige po. Ay, tapos na ba? Ay, sorry. Uy, gusto ko na po timing. Bumalo ako.
Siyempre.
Si Presto 90, pero okay naman, babe. O sino yung next? Meron pa naka 90 na boxes?
19.
18.
Ilang box ba?
Dito na ako, babe ko na. Sino yung 18? Sino yung mga pinili? Sino yung pinakamadami?
Ako.
Ilan ka, Alex? 17 po. 17? Ilan po ang 17?
Gusto pinatili mo, hindi dapat 19. 16.
So, dalawang 17? Pwede ba pa-verify nga muna natin yung mga nilagay nyo?
Verify natin. Ako mag-verify. Hindi kayo natapos sa akin. Sabi ko sa inyo, kayo na.
Ano ba pinakamahirap dito siguro yung wedding ring? Saka yung left-handed.
Oo. Lahat kanan. Ayun, sinulora ko daw. Yung handle. Hindi mo
Wala ko na Sige. Sige. Sir Ino, baka napuntahan niyo ako yung presyo.
Oo. Kailangan natin i-verify. I-verify kayo rin. O dapat meron kasi sa sample. Kunyari, kailangan imitate artist.
Ikaw na lang.
Siya na lang. O yan, dugdugod yung icebreaker natin, bongga, kulang sa oras. Gusto ko pag-isip. Gusto ko yung manalo. Anyway, thank you so much for that, sobrang ang lamig ng icebreaker natin, bongga, diba? Okay, now let's move on to our next activity for today, or which is our first speaker for today's event. May we call on Mr. Manuel Philip Aranja. Philip is an assessment specialist, clinical consultant, psychotherapist, registered counselor, and university lecturer. His credentials include partnerships with various sectors, religious organizations, educational institutions, government agencies, private companies, and other humanitarian organizations. As a service provider of an array of trainings, consultancies, team building, and others. He is a senior lecturer of applied psychology at UP Diliman Extension Program in Pampanga, teaching undergraduate psychology subjects. He used to be a specialist in psych-pros, providing psychological assessment and psychotherapy, and is now the clinical supervisor of Bloomfield's Wellness Institute. He is an intensive experience in handling children and adolescents with neurodevelopmental needs. He is an alumnus of University of the Philippines, Diliman, and Asian Theological Seminary. He is an active member of Association of Psychological Science, or APS, American Psychological Association, or APA, International Society of Psychology, Counseling and Education, with his ISPCE, and of course, Pambansang Samahan ng Psikolohiyang Pilipino, the PSSP. Once again, may we call on Mr. Manuel Philip Aranja as our first speaker for today.
I was asked to talk about the mental and emotional self-care, no? So Jella is one of my students in psychology. She's one of my passionate, dedicated students, no? So it's nice to be invited in the JCI's event. Okay, so why are we talking The thing is, we have the tendency to be self-sacrificing when it comes to dealing with the people we love and other people, isn't it? Okay? And ang nangyayari is we usually put the needs of other people first before our own. Okay? And by doing this, ang nangyayari is we tend to neglect our own needs. Sila na lang muna lagi. Mamaya na lang ako. Right? Isipin yung Pilipino, may tawag tayo doon, no? Yung Tadsalo syndrome. Ibig sabihin nun, especially for those who are breadwinners, okay? Ikaw yung nagdasalo sa pamilya. Right? So, ang characteristic niyan would be responsible and caring, no? You're always the one who listens to other people's problems. You with me? Sino nakaka-relate sa ganoon, no? You always focus on maintaining peace. No? Parang, sige ako, may gusto ka, but then you always tell, sabi din yung needs na lang po, nila, later na lang ako. Okay? Because you want to keep the peace in the family, or even sa mga relationships nyo. Okay? You also have a strong need for control and capacity for emotional distance. What do you mean by that? Ang tendency is that, may tendency din tayo na hindi natin i-express yung mga emotions namin and just, mamaya na lang ako iiyak. Mamaya na lang ako mag-breakdown. Right? So, yun yung konsepto ng tagasalo. So, bakit ako naman muna? So, that means, no, when you talk about self-care, it's actually not about the competition, no, na ako muna. In fact, no, mas magandang sabihin ako rin. You mean? Right? So, sabi ni, ni Pierre Cornell, isa siyang French dramatist. Okay, sabi niya, self-love is the source of all other loves. So you can say that self-care is kind of like self-love, but it is not the kind of love that is selfish, egoistic even, no? See, Eric Fromm proposed that loving self is different from arrogant, conceited, or even egocentric kind of love. Instead, caring about oneself and self-love is about taking care of oneself and even taking responsibility for oneself. Right? May mga strategies later na ipapakita sa inyo or i-propose sa inyo na pwede yung gawin how you can better take care of yourself, no? But more importantly, siguro yung thought na for you to take care of yourself, it is also a responsibility and a choice. Hindi yun pwedeng gawin ng ibang tao para sa'yo. Okay? And it's not about being selfish. Okay? Thinking about yourself, taking care of yourself is not selfish. You need, okay? So, self-care strategies is basically connected to what we call your mental health, no? And, syempre yung mental health, kasama dyan yung iba't ibang aspects, no? Emotional, psychological, physical, no? Later, i-discuss yun ng ating next speaker, physical and spiritual, no? Ng well-being natin. So, yung mental health natin, it affects all the other aspects of our life, no? Yung thoughts natin, emotions, no? Relationship with other people, how we cope and handle stress, how we relate to other people. Okay? So, these are things, no, that are affected by mental health. Okay? Sa definition ng World Health Organization, ang mental health is the state of mental well-being that first enables you to cope with stress adaptively. Okay? Kasi meron mga coping sa stress na maladaptive. Ang ibig sabihin nun, instead nakakatulong sa'yo, mas pinapalala yung health mo. You mean? So ano yung mga example ng mga maladaptive coping strategies? Walwal, sobrang walwal every night, no? Or using mga drugs, that's maladaptive, hindi siya adaptive, no? Kasi hindi na ko confront yung source ng stress. You mean? Okay? Later on, it may affect your health. May mga pasyente mo, for example, na may need sila for intimacy. Instead of confronting that need, ang gagawin nila, they sleep around different people, no? May pasyente ako, parang almost every day, pero yung partner niya, no? Okay? So, of course, walang judgment because that's the way the person was trying to survive, no? Yung need niya for intimacy. But at the end of the day, may risk kasi doon na later on, hindi makakatulong sa kanya. We need. So there's a high risk for that client na magkaroon ng STDs or STIs, sexually transmitted infections, or kaya naman, nakwento yung one time, parang sabi niya, nagkala ng po ba yung prof ko pala, naka-something ko na before. So hindi siya makakatulong in the long run. Okay? Another factor na sinabi ng World Health Organization is that kasama sa mental health natin, you're able to realize our abilities. Okay? Not only that, we learn well and work well. Nakakapag-function tayo doon sa mga roles that are given to us. Alright? And then lastly, we are able to contribute to the community. Okay? So, for example, organizing this is contributing to the community. Right? Okay? Giving charities to other people who are underprivileged is actually impacting the community. So as long you have this, some of these factors, masasabi mo that you have a healthy mind. Okay? So parang ang taas naman ng standards, no? The thing is, according to research, na Project Healthy Minds, you are not alone if you're experiencing a mental health concern. In fact, all over the world, sinasabi na there's about 650 million people who are experiencing mental health concern one way or another. Here in the Philippines, in fact, those who are tagged, those who are reported with depression and anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder and depression is the most common mental health concern. There's about 3.5 million Filipinos reported ito. Okay? And you are talking about reporters, so ibig sabihin may mga hindi na-report, especially yung hindi nagsisik ng help. Alright? Kakayanin ko ba yan? Alright? 60% of people don't even get the support they need. Okay? Ang dami. Pero kailangan nila na need, but they're not able to get the help that they need because perhaps the stigma. Thinking is that when I see a coach or when I see a counselor or when I see a psychologist, nababaliw na ako, so I would rather not. You mean? Okay? Sa Philippines, seeking behavior natin, help-seeking behavior ng mga Filipino, yun yung mga pinoconsider. We would rather go to our friends, mag-rant tayo sa friends natin, mag-iinuman tayo, mag-inuman. Do you mean? Problema ko ngayon, pre, sige, inuman tayo, Okay, so yun yung usually coping strategies natin. O kaya naman pupunta kay father, or kaya kay pastor, doon tayo hihingi ng tulong. We seldom go automatically sa mga counselors or coaches. Do you mean? Kasi natatakot tayo ng tagas-baliw or something like that. In fact, on average, for a person who is experiencing mental health concern, sabi dito sa research, 11 years muna bago sila makahingi ng tulong. So they're experiencing it for almost a decade na bago sila humingi ng tulong. And I have clients like this, High school pa lang, meron ng depressive symptoms, pero pinatry nilang kayanin, Hanggang later on, nung nag-asawa na sila, doon na sila hihingi ng tulong. Really? So that's a very long time, okay? So, ano pa ba? So yun lang yun. Hindi lang pala yun, Isa sa mga concern is yung medyo mahal kasi ang paghingi ng tulong sa mga professional. When you go to a psychiatrist, pinakamababang singil dyan would be 2K, per session. And that's usually 15 to 30 minutes lang. 2K to 3K. Pinakamababa na siguro yung 1.5, Sa mga psychologists, counselor, you need to pay about 500 to 1.5 or 2K even, per session yun. So, mahal, Okay, sa assessment, services, psychological assessment, full battery, that's 25K. Medyo konti lang na test, mga 7K. Kung gusto magpa-diagnose, mga 25K. Mahal, Okay? So, kaya marami rin hindi nakakahingi ng tulong. But of course, we have centers naman who gives it for free. Kaya lang you have to wait for a month or 2 months or sometimes 3 months for you to be catered. So anyway, when we talk about self-care and even mental health, meron yung self-care real, And we're not going to discuss everything. Isa-isayin lang natin yung sa psychological at emotional, no? Because mamaya yung ating next speaker, yung she will share about the physical self-care. Okay? I really like this framework by Dr. Richard Davidson. Sinabi niya na may 4 pillars of healthy mind. Right? This is very siya, pwede nyo memorize. For you to have a healthy mind, meron 4 factors or 4 pillars. The first one is awareness, second is connection, third is insight, and fourth is purpose. Okay? Ano ulit yung una? Awareness, second, connection, third, insight, and fourth, purpose. Okay? So, iisa-isayin natin yan. Yung awareness is basically awareness of self. Everything that happens to you. Kasama dyan yung awareness ng personality mo, no? Yung nag-take dito ng MBTI, Myers-Briggs, yung alam nila na INFJ sila, INFJ, ano ba yun? Yeah. So, kasama yan sa knowing yourself, no? Maganda na i-take nyo na personality test, yung 5-factor model. Yung neuroticism, extroversion, nalalaman yung mga introvert kayo, extrovert. Mas research based yun compared sa MBTI. Alright? So, research nyo lang yan, 5-factor personality test. Tapos, usually may hindi na yan. Alright? Research nyo lang yan. Homework. For you to get to know more of yourself. To be able to know if agreeable ba kayo or hindi kayo din agreeable. No? Conscientious ba kayo? Yung mga ganyan. No? Okay? And then of course, sense of self and then purpose. Isa-isayin natin, no? So there are practical tips for us to develop awareness, no? So una, you can read a book, no? Yung mga self-help book. Ang favorite kong book right now is How to Do the Work by the holistic psychologist sa IG. Okay, so that's a good book. Kasi she's talking about yung mga trauma history mo, no? Yung mga ganun, so you can read that. Emotional and mental grounding, yung mga meditation exercises, no? Okay? I think itutulong yun sa ating mamaya ni, yung mga meditation exercises tayo. Taking a personality test, you need, okay? And talking to a coach, counselor, or psychologist, kahit wala ka kayong depression. Okay, pwede naman kayong humingi ng mga sessions for personal growth. You need. Okay? Lalo na kung may mga issues. Meron akong isang pasyente, no, na parang, sabi niya, wala naman akong nararamdaman, healthy relationship ko. Kaya lang, nag-trigger ako ng small things. I think I need coaching, no, when it comes to relationship. So that's what we do, no, for personal growth nila. Kasi gusto nyo ma-nurture yung relationship nila. It doesn't mean that when you go to a coach, you go to a psychologist or counselor, it doesn't mean na meron kang problema. Maaaring is for personal growth. Kasi maaaring may mga communication patterns na hindi nakakatulong. Ano ba itong mga communication patterns? Wala dito din sa slide. Halimbawa, yung mga communication patterns natin hindi nakakatulong sa relationship. Isa yung stonewalling. Ano yung stonewalling? Stonewalling is not replying. Ano yun? Nag-away kayo ng bebe mo. Tapos, sorry na. Tapos, isisin mo lang yun. Tapos, mag-aantay ka ng 1 week ako ka mag-reply. That's stonewalling. And that's not a good communication pattern. Okay? So, yung guilty dyan ng stonewalling. Alright? Okay? Meron pa yung criticism, no? Okay, yan. Parang yung criticize the person. Or kaya naman, anyway, but I will try to recall the other. And then another self-care tip for awareness would be seek coaching and even counseling. Alright? Huwag nyo nang antayin na mag-breakdown kayo. If you can prevent it from doing, meron naman kayong extra, no? May mga counselor that just, let you pay for 500 pesos for a session. That's one session. Okay? Do you need? Okay. Mga ganon. So how do you increase your self-awareness? No? Bakit kailangan natin ng self-awareness? Para of course, we have a better understanding of our own needs. No? We have a better decision making. Halimbawa, meron kang isang workmate, every time nakikita mo siya, hindi ka nagalit na sa kanya. Hindi mo alam kung saan yung pinagmumulan ng irritation mo when you see this person. Naranasan niyo na ba yun? Na parang there's something about this person that you just don't like, right? Ngayon, wala siyang kasalanan, wala siyang ginagawa sa'yo. And it's unfair that you are actually feeling that way towards that person. Yeah? Okay. Ngayon, that's actually, that's already the information. Maaaring meron kang need, no? Or kaya meron kang napoproject na galit sa kanya coming from your previous relationship. Tapos malalaman mo, ay, kumukha kasi ka na siya ng ex ko. You mean? Yung mga gano'n, no? Na parang, usually mga emotions that are being produced by a situation might come from an unsatisfied need, no? Or from some kind of history of yourself, no? Na you have to be aware of. Okay? Ano pa? Bakit kailangan natin ng self-awareness to recognize what you do well and what you struggle with, no? Align with your values, no? Even yung congruence, no? Being able to better manage emotions and also to reduce stress as you know how. Usually, pag na-name mo na yung source ng stress mo, nakakatulong yun para ma-manage mo yung stress. You mean? I have a patient before na pumunta siya ng clinic kasi for 2 days na nag-iisip siya na may suicidal ideation. Ibig sabihin, nag-iisip niya na na take her own life. Alright? So that stresses her. Sabi niya, saan yung kagalit nung bigla na lang ako nakapag-isip ng makamatay? Right? So, nung pumunta siya sa clinic, we tried to explore yung kanyang environment. May major changes ba na nangyari? Wala, no? Love ba siya ng kanyang boyfriend? Mahal na mahal siya, so walang issue. Family, walang issue. Sa work, walang issue. Saan nang gagaling yung sudden na thinking ng suicide? Okay? Then I asked her, are you taking medications right now? Sa kanya. So kung wala sa social, we try to go sa biological. Are you taking medications right now? And apparently, she's taking some allergy shots, no? For 3 months, regularly. Tapos when we search yung allergy shots that she's taking, part of the side effects is magkakaroon siya ng suicidal thoughts. Meaning, right? I'm not saying this para hindi na kayo mag-allergy shots, no? So she's taking the allergy shots kasi dami niya talagang allergies, no? So para magkaroon siya ng immunity to some of the allergies, kailangan niyang gawin yun. Tapos she talked to her doctor about it, tapos dinideny ng doctor. Pero there are already kasi medical journals that says na yung shots na tinitake niya. Ang isa nga sa mga side effect would be suicidal thoughts. So nung pumunta siya sa akin, parang 1 week na lang natatapos naman na yung medication. With me? But then when she learned that the source was that drug, na-relieve siya. Yung awareness niya where it's coming from has helped her. Wala naman palang mali sa akin. You with me? So knowing where it's coming from is actually healing enough to the person. Okay? Understanding your situation. Kaya nga importante you go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, or counselor, or coach. Kasi pinag-aralan nila yung science of counseling, of psychotherapy. And they can actually give you insights to your experience. You mean? Don't be afraid to seek help. Okay? So, punta tayo. Yung first pillar, no? Yung self-awareness. The second pillar is connection, no? Connection or relationship. Second pillar of healthy mind is relationship and connection. So, how do we nurture that? Kailangan natin ma-nurture yung relationships natin, no? So, magkaroon ka ng mga friendship dates, no? And kasama yan, like hiking, or kaya punta kayo sa beach, no? Kung kaya nyo pumunta sa Balisin, sige. Right? Okay ba yan? Okay, so siya. Alright? Diba? Or kaya, gusto sa beach somewhere, right? O mag-LU kayo. So you do that, no? That's fostering connection. Secondly, mga regular coffee dates, no? Kung hindi naman bawal sa inyo ang coffee, okay? Kasi hindi naman kayo acidic pa, okay? Hindi coffee lang ng coffee, no? Kaya dapat regulated pa din yan, okay? Thirdly, how do you foster connection? No? When you are dining out with your family, kami may rule kami sa family, no? Dapat we're dining out, okay, your phones, dapat naka-turn off yan or silent on. You cannot check your phone when we are eating. Okay? Ang unang mag-check siya ang babaya. Alright? I'm just kidding. Pero hindi, no? Kasi parang, minsan napansin niyo yan, no? Napansin niyo ba yan? Pag kumakain kayo sa restaurant, minsan you are not talking because you're on your phone. Yeah, okay? Clarifying in relationship expectations. What do you mean by that? O kunwari may ka-talking stage ka. Ano yung ka-talking stage? Parang consistent kayo nag-chat, nag-call every night. Talking stage yun. Kasi ikaw nag-call ka na ng malala. No? So important to clarify that relationship. Okay? Pag sinabi niya, okay lang ba open relationship tayo? Kaya mo ba yun? That while you're dating, you are also dating other people. So, importante to clarify that expectation. Kasi kung hindi mo yung naka-clarify, magkakaroon ka ng mga unrealistic expectations na suddenly makita mo siya nakikipag-date sa ibang tao, masasaktan ka. Tapos, yun na, madidepress ka na. You mean? Eh, yung usapan niyo pala is open relationship. You mean? Yeah? Okay, or are you exclusively dating? What do you mean by exclusively dating? Ano yan, dami ko rin na-encounter ng mga pasyente, no? Ano sabi niya exclusive dating kami, bakit nakita ko nag-post siya ng ganito, no? Or something. Naku, okay? It's very important to clarify that relationship. Of course, boundaries then, no? Saying no, alright? Certain situation. Pag you are in a close family ties, for example, and you feel like wala masyadong privacy, okay, you need, kaya mo naman ng humiwalay, like you have the resources there. So, bakit important to do the boundaries as well? You need, okay, like ako, I'm still living with my parents, no? Okay? So, okay lang naman. Pero minsan, like, halimbawa, late night na, parang meron kaming unwritten curfew sa bahay. I'm already 36 years old. And may unwritten curfew sa bahay na pag 10, dapat naka-open na. Pag 10 p.m. na yan, mag-text na yung mom ko, nakumusta ka na? Okay, na-expect ko dahil mag-kumusta na dapat, it's like indirectly saying, umuwi ka na. Or something like that. Okay, so, pag 1 a.m. yan, ako, kinabukasan may maririnig ka, no? But if you are not comfortable with such, in-mesh relationship, then baka ngayon important for you to put boundaries. Okay ba yan? Okay. In creating relationship, hindi siya dapat one-way lang. Relationship is always a co-creation. Ibig sabihin, the other person has to respond to you. Kung ikaw yung laging nag-i-initiate, especially like parang meron kang pinipid, pero ikaw yung laging nag-i-initiate, that's already a major red flag. Okay? Ikaw lagi yung nag-i-initiate ng conversation. Ikaw yung lagi nagsasabi, pusta na. And, oo, yung gano'n, pusta na kumain. Kasi ikaw yung lagi nagagano'n, na hindi man lang siya yung mag-i-initiate. How's your day? Ako, major red flag na yan. Run away na. Just kidding, okay? It's really, yeah, okay? Meron akong nabasa, na napakinggan ng podcast, sabi niya, when it comes to dating, yung first daw, it's about mental health check. Is this person mentally stable? Second date is about, so sa first date, sasabihin mo dun sa ka-date mo, o ikaw naman mag-organize ng date natin next time. Kasi doon makikita yung organizational skills. So, alright. Okay. Yung third, sabi niya, yung third date, ito medyo progressive kasi yung thinking. Yung third date is about sexual compatibility test. Are you sexually compatible? Okay? And then the fourth, up to the 21st date, is about communication date, or communication patterns. Is the person able to communicate with you? Ganda, no? Okay. Going to manage. Okay. Alright. So you cannot be present for the people in your life if you aren't taking care of yourself. You need? So you cannot be present, you cannot give anything to the people in your life if ikaw wala ka na maibibigay. Right? Okay ba yun? So you have to be filled up for you to pour something to the other person, yeah? Okay? So the third one, no, sa self-care tip is yung sense of self, no? Basically, ano siya, pinapag-ibay natin yung understanding natin ng self. Para siyang awareness din, no? So you can join support groups, no? Mga meditation exercises. You can listen to inspirational podcasts, no? And again, seek counseling and coaching if you can, no? There are 3 levels of self, no? May tinatawag tayong self-centered, wherein you just take things from people. It's all about you. Lahat kayo mag-a-adjust sa time ko. It's all about me. Kasundo naman ako. It's all about you. With me, that's the other extreme. The other extreme na tinatawag na this self, which is basically you're always giving away yourself. Kung pwede pagawa nito, ay sige. Pwede ita-drive ako, sige. Pwede ganito, you don't say no. You need, that's the self. The healthy kind of self is tinatawag na self-dash-ish. Okay? Dapat may dash yan, ha? Hindi yung walang dash, iba yun. So self-dash-ish is basically the give and take. You give, you also receive. You need, so that's supposed to be the balance. Ang tendency natin mga Pilipino is this self. Laging bigay. You need, mga Pilipino to have this self tayo, very self-sacrificing. Okay? So, yeah, alam niyo na gagawin niyo ha, dapat self-dash-ish tayo. Okay? Ako dati, when people give me compliment, right now, if people give me compliment, thank you. You just embrace it, right? Okay? As long as you know naman na hindi self-condescending. Kung sinabi sa'yo, ang galing mo. That's different. Pero sinabi mo, that's ako sa'yo, thank you, no? You know, you just receive it, no? Pero kung sinabi sa'yo, ang gundo mo, that's different, right? Okay? And then lastly is self-care tip, no? How to make sense of your purpose. You can volunteer to charities, no? Join organizations, know what you love doing and you are good at, no? Use the talents you have. Know what the world needs, okay? Yeah, may mga pasyente ako na accountant. Okay, he's already 55 years old. Nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, nakita niya na, kailangan pa pala ng mga doctors, no? Nag-med school siya. Even though he's 55 years old, he's already in his third year. I'm not saying that you do the same, no? Okay. I'm not saying. But you know, sometimes by observing what the world needs can give you a sense of purpose. You need your own experiences, okay? I really like this Venn diagram, no? Kasi yung nasa heart, yung nasa gitna na heart, that's purpose. Okay? So knowing what you are good at, knowing what you love, knowing what the world needs, and knowing what you can be paid for is actually a way for you to discover your purpose. You need? Okay? They were saying, no, sa Maslow's hierarchy of needs, ang top ng pyramid is not self-actualization anymore, but what we call transcendence, meaning sense of meaning. Okay? Kasi na-realize nila, pag na-self-actualize ka na, nakuha mo na yung job na gusto mo, naging successful ka na, what na? With me? Oo nga, na-self-actualize ka na, nakuha mo na yung family mo, no? Okay na lahat. Okay? Stable na lahat ng aspects ng buhay mo. But the question now is, what now? Does it stop there? Okay? So they put up another need, which is what we call transcendence need. Okay? If kind of like you're in a nasa ano ka na midlife ka na or parang pa-retire ka na, napapansin niyo yung mga nanay natin, mga tita natin na pa-retire na, usually they go back to community, di ba? No? Suddenly, they are very active in alumni association, very active sa barangay, no? Yung parents ko both are retired, suddenly, busy-busy na. No? Na mag-dinner tayo, hindi namin meeting kasi kami sa alumni association. Right? Tapos biglang sabihin, merong anak yung friend ko, baka nang pwede mo i-counsel. Kaya pinag-uuwi ako ng Sambales, laging ganun, no? Nakapag-session ka naman dito sa mga kakilala. Mama, are they gonna pay me? Just kidding. Just kidding. Pero usually kasi hindi siya ethical kasi kilala ng family or something. Okay. Now, let's talk about this. When we experience stress, yung brain natin is, a-activate yan, especially when we are experiencing some kind of stress. No? Stress might come from the sense of danger, from the responsibilities we have, no? Pag nakakaranas tayo ng stress from the environment, nag-activate yung tinatawag na HPA axis of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal system sa brain natin. Yun yung kailangan. Pero yung HPA axis na yun is the one responsible para mag-produce ng tinatawag na hormone na cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Okay? May function yan, no? Pag nag-release yung cortisol, hormone natin, it gives us the ability na mag-respond to stress. With me? However, it is not good if yung cortisol level mo is always high dahil sa stress every day. Because kung laging mataas ang cortisol level mo, that would bring about many physical illnesses. With me? Okay? Dahil sa cortisol, stress eating ka, no? Okay, mag-gain ka ng weight, no? Kaya naman, dahil sa cortisol, magkakaroon ka ng, nagpapalpitate yung heart mo, okay, ma-high blood ka, So, hindi maganda yung everyday na mataas yung cortisol level mo. Okay? So, punta kayo dito sa right side nitong table na to. So, yung cortisol is called the stress hormone. It can cause anxiety and depression in the long run. Kung consistently every day, no? It lowers your immune system, okay? It increases diseases and even cancer, no? It gives you sleep problems. Yung mom ko, nung she came, nag-work kasi siya sa NGO, tapos medyo stressful yung work sa NGO, no? And nung hindi pa siya nag-retire, nagkaroon siya ng lumps sa breast niya, okay? Although sinabi ng doctors na hindi naman siya malignant or something, no? Nung nag-retire siya, and she's just, doing gardening, usap sa mga friends niya, mga kumare na, nawala yung lump. Okay? What I'm saying there is that I'm sure that it was caused by cortisol level. Kasi nung bago siya mag-retire, pina-check namin yung cortisol level ng taas. Nung nag-retire na siya, wala na siya masyadong stress, bumaba yung cortisol level, nawala din yung mga lump. No? Yeah. So, weight gain or sleep problems. Ngayon yung cortisol, meron siyang natural enemy sa body natin. Yun yung tinatawag na oxytocin, the happy hormone. Itong happy hormone na to, no, nare-release yan by having positive social interactions. It is even considered as a natural antidepressant. Okay? In fact, ang nangyayari, pag nakakaranas tayo ng stress, no? Tapos yung stress, ipupush na niya yung button ng cortisol elevator. Ang tendency is that yung body natin mag-release din siya ng oxytocin to combat that cortisol. You mean? Ngayon pag sinasarili mo lang yung problema mo, mas maliit yung chance for you na mag-release ng oxytocin. Kasi ang oxytocin is supposedly na-release through a positive social interaction. You mean? Halimbawa, you're stressed, tapos may partner ka, may problema ka, hug mo naman ako. Magkabal-kabal kayo siya. Nag-release siya ng oxytocin. You mean? May mga single siya na po. Ganun po yung mga single. Okay? So how do you increase oxytocin in your body? And this is also kind of like, self-care strategies. So in other words, yung mga self-care strategies, hindi lang ito binibigay dahil bored ka, ha? Hindi lang namin ito sinasabi sa inyo kasi parang, bore ka, sige, ito yung gawin mo, hindi. Okay? Yung mga self-care strategies, meron niyang effect sa emotions mo, sa physical mo, physical, processes mo, you mean? Okay? So how do you increase oxytocin? Through hugs. Okay? When you hug someone, no, more than 2 minutes or so, ganyan, that releases oxytocin. If you sing in a choir sa church or videoke with friends, that helps in releasing oxytocin. In fact, no, huwag kang mag-videoke mag-isa. Huwag kang mag-videoke na mag-isa, malulungkot ka lang lalo, ha? Receiving a back rub, no, yung massage na, that can help release oxytocin. Hot bath. There are, I think, 3 studies already that confirms na pag nag-hot bath ka, nag-release yun ng oxytocin. Basta yung ano mo, yung hot bath mo, hindi yung super hot ha. Yung scalding hot. Oo, wala rin yung ano mo, yung skin mo. Okay? Pero kaya mas maganda kung meron kayong bathtub, no? Immerse kayo sa ano, lukewarm na bath. Performing, ang mahal ng self-care, no? Okay. Performing a generous act, no? May isa kong pasyente na may anxiety disorder siya, no? So every stress usually that makes her, nagkakaroon siya ng panic attack. So, ang nangyari is that she joined a fan club ng isang K-pop group, no? Tapos yung K-pop group na yun, nag-donate sila, no? And that helps her, no? That helps her doon sa coping strategy niya when it comes to anxiety and stress. Okay? So, nagbibigay sila ng mga charity, ng mga resources sa orphanage, na yung mga gano'n. Pag may pet kayo, no? Pet kayo, especially yung pet nyo na responsive, no? Pag ang pet nyo snake, parang, responsive ba ang snake? Pet mo siya. So, mas maganda siguro pet mo yung dog or cat, at least. Ang cat medyo snob pa, pero, yeah. Kung may boundary issues kayo, don't take dogs. Kasi dog is very, meron kaming dog na smother you talaga. Ano ba? So, I think I prefer cats more kasi medyo snob sila. Prayer. Prayer increases oxytocin. You know why? When you pray, the part of the brain that is activated when you pray is the part of the brain that is activated when you talk to your loved one. Interesting, no? Kaya people who are usually prayerful, parang parang masayahan sila, kasi alam yun, yung part ng brain ng natin na na-activate pag nakikipag-converse tayo sa loved one natin is also the part of the brain that is activated when you pray. Interesting, isn't it? Okay? Positive eye contact. Positive eye contact meaning yung parang, meron kayong non-verbals na hindi yung isa't sa tawa kayo. Positive eye contact. Not malicious eye contact. Breathing exercises, ituturo sa atin mamaya, no? Breathing exercises, you inhale through your nose, you exhale through your mouth. Okay? Turo yun sa inyo mamaya, breathing exercises. Deep conversations. Do you have deep conversations with friends? Yeah? Ano napapansin nyo? Ang deep conversations usually para siyang dance. Hindi nyo napapansin, when you observe someone or friends, halimbawa, close friends sa isang coffee shop, when sabay silang tatawa, right? Tapos when the person leans, the other person will lean as well. You with me? They finish each other's sentences. Positive touch, no? Positive touch meaning I consent. Okay? Positive touch meaning I consent. Okay? Hindi yung tipong hold my hand. Yeah. No? Dapat can you hold your hand? Dapat lagi may consent, ha? Okay? Huwag kayo mag-steal ng kisses. Can I kiss you dapat? Dapat may consent. Pag hindi siya sumagot, hindi sabihin ayaw niya. Or nagulat siya. Okay ba yun? And silence doesn't mean saying yes, no? It doesn't mean yes, okay? Okay ba yan? Yeah? Kasi sinabi mo, can I hold your hand? Tapos may siya nag-reason, nagulat siya. Tapos ikaw naman, yes, nas ko yan. Pagpilitan niyo ka. Okay, laughing, dancing. Who dances here? Yeah, okay. That can help with the release of oxytocin, no? Okay, laugh. Knowing yoga can also help with oxytocin release, okay? Especially when you do it in a group setting, okay? Yeah. I come up with this quote because when I was talking to some employees, I realized namin that rest is not a reward. Ang tendency kasi natin is we see rest as something as a reward, no? I'm gonna work the whole week. Sa Saturday na, that's my reward. Pupunta ako sa coffee shop kasi reward ko to sa sarili ko. That's not rest. You mean? Rest is your birthright. Kaya nga nasa loyal na meron kang leave credits. You mean? And dapat yung company is not gonna ask you, bakit ka mag-leave? Dapat hindi yan, kasi it's your birthright. You need? Rest is important so that we can continue to function as living organism. You cannot earn rest. You need? Okay? Rest is non-negotiable and rest is your birthright. Okay ba yan? Pag sinabi mo sa boss mo, mag-file po ako ng leave, tapos sabi na bakit? Vacation leave mo yun. Ako, lumipat ka na ng company. Hindi, what I'm saying here is that supposedly they would recognize that. Okay? They're not going to slave you tapos parang, okay? There are different kinds of rest, no? Physical rest, emotional, sensory, spiritual rest. Rest is not about death, ha? Ibang rest yun. Eternal rest yun. Okay, that's different. Okay. I really like this, this explanation of self-care. Sabi niya, pag isa lang yung way mo ng self-care that risky. Why? Kasi paano kung hindi na nag-work yung kaisa-isa mong self-care strategy? It will be difficult for you to function. A healthy kind of self-care means that there are different parts of the pie there. Hindi lang siya art, hindi lang siya dance. You mean? It's a combination. So that when the other self-care that does not work, meron kang plan B. You mean? Do you know sip and go? There's this bar, no? Sa Manila na sip and go na mag-paint kayo habang nag-wine kayo. Saya ba? Right? Tapos siya, merong mga artists doon that would help you kung paano i-paint yung mga pipiliin yung painting. I've been doing nakalilang beses na ako naka 4 sessions na. Stay lang. Okay? Kasama ko yung bebe. Joke ko. Kasama ko yung friends ko. No? So, parang sa friendly day. Tapos parang katawanan kami, tapos makuwine kami. Di ba? Okay? You can bring your own wine, kaya lang may corkage lata. Pero meron silang free na wine. So, nasa inyo kung anong pipiliin yung wine. Okay? So, you can, wala dito sa Pampanga ng sit and go, no? Pero feeling ko pa meron na, may sit and go dito. Promotions pala, no? Ano pala ako? Ano tawag dito? Stockholder pala ako sa sit and go, no? Just kidding. Pero, marami kayo pwede gawin, no? Okay, I'm almost at the last parts of my slide. A word of caution, though. Do not be a self-care junkie. What do you mean by self-care junkie? You bombard yourself with too much self-care, self-help information. Ayun, parang ang dami mong binabasa ang self-help book. Okay? Self-help works if you don't become a slave to it. Right? So don't be a self-help junkie. Okay? It is important that you turn the information you acquire into habits and strategies. Katulad nito, you listen to different forms of self-care. Tapos hindi nyo naman gagawin. Then it just becomes an information. We have to translate that to habits. You with me? Alright? Alam niyo ba na ang midnight snack is not good to your brain? Okay. Ang midnight snack is not good for your brain because that affects the part of the brain, yung hippocampus, na related sa memory. So the more you eat midnight snack, the more it affects your memory. Masaya ko yung midnight snack, no? Diba? Tapos malamig, tapos magraramen. Ang sarap. Something, right? Pero you know what I read? Kakainis naman itong neuroscience and we discussed it. Pero yeah, that's something that, kasi pag gabi na, usually your brain will tell you that you're hungry, but you're actually not hungry. Okay? Kaya lang feeling mo pagod ka, kasi during the night time, especially from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., that's the time where your body's internal organs is trying to cleanse itself. Kaya parang may mga calories talaga siya na, may mga energy siya na, na nagagamit. Kaya feeling mo napapagod ka or nagugutom ka. Pero actually, you're full. It's just your brain telling you that you're hungry. Ganun pala yun. Self-help is a tool, no? It should enable you to help yourself, not the other way around. So do not be a slave to self-help, no? Yung tipong, ang dami mong, ano ba sa ING, ang dami mga motivational speakers dyan, diba? Ang dami mga quotes. Ay, nakakarinig ako to post. Nakakarinig ako to post ka ng post ng mga motivational posts. But you are not living it. You mean? It just gives you a kind of rush. Ayaw sa'yo nito, parang totoo to. But then you are not doing the practice. That's different. Okay? Gusto ko pang sinabi ni L.R. Noss. Sabi ni L.R. Noss, taking care of yourself doesn't mean me first, it means me. Okay? It doesn't mean me first, it means me. Ako rin. Right? Ako muna. Ako naman muna. It makes a difference, no? Pag yung sinabi mo, ako muna, sa ako naman muna. Pag sinabi mo kasi ako muna, para hindi pagunahan ka. Pero pag sinabi mo, ako naman muna. O, ayan, no? Parang you still respect the other person. Yeah? There's a difference. I just realized it now. Okay, so you can seek help, no? From other people that we validated sa experience mo. I was invited to write an article in this, this is an anthology from different authors. I'm part of it. You can buy this online. It's under Open Literature. So I wrote in that article, sabi doon, tell me your story because it matters to me as much as it matters to you. When a person is heard, one's experience is recognized. When one's experience is recognized, one's existence is validated. It also works the other way. When a story is dismissed, one's experience is denied. When one's experience is denied, one's existence is invalidated. So, very important na nababalidate yung experience natin. With me, they're very important for us to find these people who will be able to validate those. Unique, no matter if you feel like a bad person. Of course, hindi natin pinavalidate yung mga wrongdoings talaga, pero yung mismong experience we validate. Unique? Okay? Yeah. Any questions na? Or something? I'm gonna end. Okay, let's end this and then this session with a ritual, which is called AKAP. No? So, ang unang movement natin is AKAP sa sarili. You're going to just kind of like up yourself. No? The other, you can take, it's okay to kind of like, you don't need to stand up. Okay, the first one is AKAP sa sarili. Second one is AKAP sa ibang tao. And then the third one is AKAP. Do you want to stand ba? Yes. Sige, let's all stand. There's music here, Pastor. Let's do this prayer for God. everyone for that. Okay, so never ever forget to love yourself.
The certificate of appreciation is presented to Mr. Philip Manuelson Aranja, RPSI, RGC, PHDC. A grateful acknowledgement of his distinguished and invaluable services rendered as keynote speaker during #AKONAMANMUNA, a holistic self-care seminar, thereby contributing immeasurable to the prestige and success of the event. JCI Angeles City Culiat is grateful for giving us his shared insights and expertise given this 24th of June 2023 at Marketplace Residences Clubhouse, Angeles City, Pampanga, 2009. President 2023 LO President JCI Angeles City Culiat, signed by Kate Reyes Romero, and of course the project chairman JCI Angeles City Culiat, Angela Dominique Lesatine. Let's all welcome again Mr. Philip Manuelson Aranja.
Sige, sige.
Thank you so much, Mr. Philip. And we will be having our 15-minute break. Ayan. We have our refreshments and our food.
Yes, actually, kaya nakasarado yung door ko. So, open na natin ang door to the happy part, which is all the food and drinks and on. So, please go ahead, guys.
Get your food na.
Yes, get it all na. Lahat ng gusto nyo.
Refreshment. Founder of Kapampangan Yogis in Pampanga. Ms. Dina holds a master's degree in psychology from Holy Angel University and a bachelor's degree from the University of the Philippines. She is a registered mental health professional, offering services such as yoga and meditation towards mental well-being in collaboration with psychologists as support for therapy. She also teaches at Angeles City District Jail Female Dormitory under the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Ms. Dina is also an educator. She is a part-time lecturer at a university here. She is a co-founder and current school head of Kids Cabin Early Years School in Angeles City. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Miss Dia Maria Heredina Zulueta.
Thank you so much, and once again, good morning. Thank you for having me here. It's going to be a beautiful day. So the title of my talk is adjusting focus, mindful take, and self-care. So, let me ask you a question. Before you left home, what was the last chore you did? Chore ba?
At sure ba? Hindi kasi bumalik lang ako para kumuha ng extension at saka tape. Jella.
Okay, kumuha ng extension tsaka tape. Maybe, well, some of you may have been, fixing your beds or medyo naglikit-likit. For the moms here, maybe you had to wash the dishes or even the trip, yung papunta dito on your way to the place. So, when you were in that state of mind, next slide, please. So I have an example here. You were washing the dishes. Maybe there's so many things coming through your mind. Have to gas up, pupunta kayo dito, cook for lunch, the garbage collected, I need to pay some bills, all at the same time coming into your head. Because your mind is at rest. And washing dishes is mechanical. So this is what we call, it comes into the default mode. When you say default, when there's no specified mode, for example, Word document, hindi mo in-specify yung font. Automatic, yung default na is sino pa ba? Kalibre na ba? Okay, so mayroon siyang default. The same thing is true with our minds. So when we're not so focused on what we're doing, pupunta siya sa default mode and it starts to think. The thing with the default mode, when you're there, you start to solve problems, start to fix something, start to analyze, and then there goes the train of thoughts. Why aren't they home yet? If you're waiting for someone to come, to come home, bakit wala pa sila? Nasiraan kaya sila? Makanak sila, hindi sila. Ako darating pa kaya ninyo. And then the thoughts go on. When you're not mindful, it can really go to catastrophic levels in your mind. Which is why we have mindfulness to bring us back into the present moment. Okay, so let's set that aside for a while. Next slide, please. I'd like to ask another question. When was the last time you felt stressed? Jella? Kani-kanina lang? Yeah, when was the last time you felt stressed?
Still now.
Still now. Okay, so as discussed by Sir Boy, all of those processes na nangyayari when we are stressed. Stress can be, all of these. And once you experience, for example, yung heartbeat, fast heartbeat, you can increase your blood pressure, which is why from the simple headache, body ache, allergies, cough, to the most extreme cardiovascular diseases and even cancers are all traced back to being stress-related. Which is why, in order to have self-care, we need to take care of that. We nip it in the bud. Now, please. And so, like I said, we go into that default mode. So, when you're taking a bath, for example, so we have clients or patients who are referred to me for yoga and meditation by psychologists and psychotherapists like Sir Boy, because it's a very good support for the therapies that they're doing. And some of them would say, pag nagpapwentuhan na, I know naligo ako, but at the end of my bath, I'm wondering if nag-shampoo ako. You know? Because your mind is not so present in what you're doing. So what do you do when you take a bath in order to be mindful? With the shampoo, you lather it up, you feel it in your hair, feel the lather, then maybe it sits down your body, and then you start to wash it. The whole experience of bathing, you feel the soap on your face, and then when you dry up, it's not like, when you're taking a bath, tapos na yung maghapon mo, pagod ka na kasi alam mo na yung gagawin mo, tatapusin mo ng gabi. And the thing with that is, most of the outcomes that we picture in our minds, positive or negative? Yeah, mostly negative outcomes. And which makes it a good breeding ground for anxiety because of our thoughts. And one thing about stress is that stress is a response. So it means it's coming from you. Stress response. There's an event, there's something happening, and then how do you respond to it? There's this small window between the event and your reaction. So in that small window is where you can insert mindfulness so you lessen your stress levels. Okay. By the way, the default mode was first described by Rambo in 2001. Okay. Now, there's this study by Prince and Seidel where it's entitled Musically Induced Fear Reveals Threat in Ambiguous Figures. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss anymore lengthily. We'll just try to experience the study. Next slide, please. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few pictures of some objects, and I'll ask you what you see. I'm going to show them for like 3 seconds. Okay, so next slide. Pabalik. Good, thank you. So, what do you remember seeing? Anyone? Crocodile? Snake? What did you see? Yeah, it's relative. Okay, so crocodile, snake. And then there was something here. Axe. Okay, so let's go back to it. So, this is a rope. This is a squirrel. Squirrel. Who run the world? Squirrels. Eyes niya. This is a cooking pot. So why did I ask you to do that? I just wanted to demonstrate how our brains will still think or process an experience in order to survive. So it's better for me to think that this is a snake so that when I see something, I'll jump. A snake siya. Or a cleaver or an axe is more recognizable because our brains have not yet evolved into modern times. We feel that we have to, go towards safety. Okay, which brought us to the negativity bias. So what happens is, in order for our species to survive, we have to be aware of everything na we have to keep our species alive, no? And our yung mga offsprings natin. And then, yeah, start to see the world that way. The negative bias was first described by Rosen in 2001 also. Okay, so next slide, please. Even if our brains, no, nandun pa sa stage of evolution na gano'n, we are not doomed. Hindi ka naman tayo doomed. Because we have mindfulness. It was introduced by John Kabat-Zinn in 2003, so was the awareness that emerges through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, to the unfolding of experience, moment by moment. Okay? So I want you to take a moment right now. No? So, savor. Try to take a picture of this event in your mind. Mindfully feeling how you are seated on the chair, listening to me, yung mga sensations of sound na naririnig nyo, the sensations in your body, temperature of the room, all of those. And then the experience unfolds moment by moment. Mindfulness has been here for more or less like 5,000 to 6,000 years because it is the foundation of yoga. Yoga is meditation, and meditation is the best way that you can, it's one of the best ways that you can access mindfulness. Okay, so mindfulness is a self-care activity. Now, there are different kinds of meditation or different kinds of mindfulness meditations. We have gratitude meditation, we have loving kindness meditation, we have forgiveness meditation, and all of these allow us to experience spirituality. So, in connection with the mindfulness, the physical, and the spirituality part of our discussion today, let's take an idea of what spirituality is. Spirituality is being connected to something that is greater than you. God, the universe, or the earth as a whole, versus being connected to mankind, to every single person on earth. And when you're connected, it's like there's no difference between each one of you. Now, and the way to access that spirituality are the modes that I mentioned earlier. Now, in order for us to experience that a little more, okay, I'd like for you to, let's try it with mindfulness meditation. It's going to be just a few breaths. Okay, so I'd like for you to sit and have your feet flat on the floor. And create a little bit of space. Okay. And then you can relax your hands on top of your thighs or your knees. Now, I want you to imagine taking the deepest, slowest breath you've ever taken since the moment you woke up this morning. So slowly breathe in through the nose. Now, as you exhale, allow your eyes to relax and gently close. Exhaling through the mouth. And then 3 more breaths, just like that. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out slowly and fully through the mouth. Now you can gently open your eyes. Congratulations, that was self-care. It's something that you can do on your own, like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes late afternoon, in the evening, for your mental well-being. It does magic. Kasi mindfulness, according to Thich Nhat Hanh, in his book, The Magic of Mindfulness, it's like a magician na pinutol lahat ng katawan niya and then pinaghiwa-hiwalay sa ibang parts ng mundo. And then in one magic spell, everything comes back together. Those 3 or 4 breaths that you took, you were home to your body because of the breath. The breath is a healing tool. It connects so much. It connects us to take care of ourselves. It connects us to the higher being. It connects us to the universe. And then we find spirituality. Okay. Please. Now, there are 2 modes, no? Yung default mode, and we have the focus mode. One way to experience the focus mode is when you're about to bungee jump, no? Or to skydive. Kasi you're present, no? And that's na. So what he did, 180-degree turn. And what happened was like magic. So no other word will do it, for that's what it was. Gravely. The past 10 years. Kasi 10 years na, buhay pa siya after that diagnosis. He was alive, sober, he quit drinking, he was working, he was loving and being loved, and then 11 do the things I still need to do and everything. But, you know, you're here right now. You have your whole life ahead of you. And we put that gravy in our lives, and the extra sauce, gratitude, every single day. When you wake up in the morning, when you start your day in the middle of the day, or every little bit of thing, whether it be small or big, just planting gratitude in your hearts. And that connects you to other people. Because you're grateful, for people, you're grateful for your relationships, the things that you have in your life. So, upon waking up in the morning, this can be one of your exercises. You can think about 4 people, someone who has touched your life. You can imagine another person, and like you're looking into the eyes of that person, deep into the eyes of that person that you love. Or you can imagine the first memory that you have with that person. And then you can imagine that person very happy. So I invite you again, once again, if you're still up to it, close your eyes. Okay, relax. And take a few more of those mindful breaths. So once again, this is another way of coming into the present moment, finding our spirituality, connection to people, to something truly bigger than us. Think about the person who has touched your life. Then maybe you can move on to think of another person that you love so much, and that you're looking into the eyes deep into that person. then another person. Imagine your first memory. Then the fourth person, someone you care about, truly care about, and then just imagine that person very happy. Right now, what you're feeling is gratitude. When you're grateful, there's no fear. There isn't fear. There's no comparison. So, yeah, you can open your eyes once again. So, it can be something that you can form the habit of doing in the morning. Okay? Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, so we have mindfulness, we have gratitude, and we have wise understanding of forgiveness. So in order to demonstrate forgiveness a little better, and there's this story about two prisoners of war who were conversing after the war and they were free. And then one prisoner of war asked the other prisoner of war, "So, have you forgiven your captors?" And then the other prisoner of war said, "No, never." And then the other one said, "But then you're still a prisoner." So, forgiveness is a letting go of past suffering and betrayal. It doesn't mean you forget, but it is a release of the burden of pain that we carry, and it brings us back to the ground of love. So, when we forgive, this connection to something bigger than us thrives. Now, forgiveness meditation is a form of mindfulness meditation. Forgiveness meditation is three-way. First, it's forgiveness of yourself for the wrong that you have done to others. And then forgiveness of the self for the wrong, it may be commission or omission, for the wrong that you have done to yourself. For example, negative self-talk, And then the third part of forgiveness meditation is you, which is the toughest part, forgiving others for the wrong that they have done to you. Because it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to tell the person that you forgive that person. You can cut ties. You don't have to see that person ever again. But then you have to release that burden of pain in order to take care of yourself. Because when you carry burdens, it's like a physical burden. Sometimes start to hurt, dito sa shoulders, in the back, or something tight in your chest, or that lump in your throat. Sometimes forgiveness does it. So when you have tightness in the chest, you have difficulty breathing, you're risking some respiratory issues. You feel knots or in your stomach. You're risking digestive issues. Okay, so when we let go of these things, little by little, just the right amount that you're ready to let go, the right amount that you're ready to forgive, it does wonders for your self-care and well-being. Okay, so we're not going to sample that anymore. just remember that it is 3 days. Okay? And so forgiveness, and then, yeah, next slide, please. Thank you. And so, no matter what has happened, we can always return to the greatness of the heart. So, I'm sure you've read this somewhere in Babemba, right? When a tribe member does something wrong or commits a crime, the whole tribe will, parang for days, no, yung nag-commit ng wrong or nandun siya sa gitna. The whole tribe circles around that person and they tell him all of the good things that he is, all of the beautiful things that that person is. Because, yeah, those people that may have done you wrong, they still have those good attributes for them. And it's very healing for the person himself and for the community that he has hurt somehow. There's this golfer, his name is Roberto De Vicenzo, in the, I think, 70s, 60s. He was very popular during that time. And one of his tournaments, no, na nananalo siya, he was awarded the check. And then on his way out, there's this woman who started talking to him. Pasakay na siya sa car niya. And then the woman said, Mr. De Vicenzo, congratulations on your win. And you see, my child is in the hospital. My child is dying in the hospital. And I need money to save my child's life. So what did De Vicenzo do? He endorsed the check. Pwede ba yung second endorsement? So he endorsed the check. And then, binigay niya, no, to that person, to that lady. And then they parted ways. So the next weekend that he was there sa clubhouse, sabi ng mga ko-golf niya, nakita ka namin kausap, marunong siya mag-Tagalog. Nakita ka namin, kausap mo yung mga, yung babae, sabi niya gano'n. Oo, kasi gano'n, no? Mamamatay din anak niya, so I gave my winnings to her. Sabi niya gano'n, you were conned, sabi niya, nagpapit siya. Sabi gano'n, that woman is a scammer. Then, Roberto De Vicenzo said, really? Sabi niya, yes, sorry man. You mean, there's no child dying in a hospital somewhere? Sabi niya, wala. It's the best news I've heard all week. De Vicenzo said. And that's how forgiveness works. When you start to share perspective, even just a little bit, and then everything changes. You're walking in the street, tapos nakapungguan kayo, tapos natapon lahat yung dala mo. Tapos, pareho kayo nabuwal. Tapos tatayo ka ba? Tatayo ka. Ano ka ba? Bulag ka ba? Tapos makita mo may cane siya, bulag siya. Di ba suddenly you change? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, that's the shift that we find in forgiving. And it's just really good, to let go of past hurts. It just creates space. Say, let go. Like, I let go of this, I'm going to create space in my body, I'm going to be able to move better. Okay, and then next. So, the invitation is to forgive. Next slide. And so, this is my parang mantra. I'm grateful for my mind. It starts with gratitude, forgiveness. This is mindfulness. And then the other mind is movement. And movement in the body is, of course, as a yoga teacher, is yoga. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to do a few yoga poses on your chair. So there's no need to, maybe later you'll stand, but not in the beginning. Okay? So, and yan. Magpa-plug lang, Village Yoga. Please like and follow our page on Facebook, and we're also in Instagram. Or you can send me a message. Okay? So, yeah, here we go. We'll start our yoga, yung movement part, ng mindfulness sa hair natin. So, yeah, just sit straight, feet flat, on the floor. So for my yogi friends here, and of course Jera, this will be kind of very easy for you. So everyone here. So, you can just rest your hands on top of your thighs or your knees. We're going to start bringing movement from the upper body first, okay? So it's going to improve blood circulation. And it's going to loosen some of the muscles that are tight. Okay? So, we'll start with the neck and the head. Move your chin towards the chest. And then start to feel the stretch at the back of your neck. And then the stretch extends all the way to the shoulders and the upper back. Okay, so make your spine nice and tall, and then just move the chin towards the chest. Now, start to move your left ear towards your left shoulder. You can close your eyes. Now, every time you close your eyes, you just kind of experience the pose a little deeper. Now, feel the stretch on the right side of your neck, extending to the top of your right shoulder. Now, move back, chin to chest, once again. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. Then feel the stretch on the left side of your neck. I want you to imagine as if you're breathing there as a stretch. Breathe there. The left side of your neck, top of the left shoulder, and then move your chin towards the chest again. Let's do one more round. Left ear towards the left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear towards the right shoulder, and then chin to chest. Beautiful. Look forward. Good. Now we're going to circle the shoulders, okay? So lift the shoulders like you're shrugging them, moving the shoulders towards the ears, and then move the shoulders back like you're putting your shoulder blades together, and then roll them down and forward. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Lifting, moving the shoulders towards the back, moving the shoulders down, and then forward, and then up, and then relax. Okay? Now, we're going to reverse that. So, relaxing the shoulders, we're going to move them forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. Very nice. Okay, so shake, kind of shake your fingers. Okay. So, for the next movement, still here, nasa upper body, I'll lower down my mind. So have your palms and your elbows touch. So, dito pa lang. Again, feel the stretch of the right back. And then, lift it up a little. Just a little. Just to deepen the stretch. Here. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, move your palms and your elbows apart. Move them towards the side. Now while you're here, lift your heart. Create some space in the chest, tilt the head up. And then the front of your neck stretch. Okay, so move the elbows beyond the line of your back. So not just here, move your back and feel that stretch. Very nice. And then on the next exhale, moving the arms together. Once again, elbows and the palms touch. This time, try to add a rounding of the back. Move your chin towards the chest and then fold forward or bow. Then move your arms towards your knees or your shoulders. Okay? So we're stretching through the spine. If you move your chin towards your chest, you're going to feel the stretch on the back of your neck as well. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale to come up, look up, hands apart, shoulder blades together, lift the heart, open through the chest. Create space in the area of your heart. It's the area of gratitude and love. And then move the elbows again, palms together, round your back. Once again, extend the stretch all the way to your lower back. And then slowly come up. Very nice. Then release your arms down. Very good. Now, hold on to the sides of your chair. Gripping the sides of your chair. Okay? Lengthen your spine. Yan. So maghanap kayo bubble ka. Lengthen your spine. And then we're going to maintain this feeling of flat back. Okay? And then hinge from the hips without rounding your back. Okay? As you exhale, bring the hinge forward. Okay? Feeling flat on the back just as much as you can. And then take another inhale. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale. Going a little deeper, just as much as you can. Now, both sides of your lower back, you're going to feel a stretch there. This is very good for low back pain, for the sciatic nerve pain. It also creates space for the kidneys and other internal organs to function better. That's one of the magic of yoga. Okay? And then slowly come back up. Very good. Now, put your left ankle on top of your right knee. And so again, just adjust a little. Okay, so left ankle on top of the right knee. And then again, holding on to the chair. Now imagine pressing your left knee towards the floor and pressing your left ankle towards your right knee. Press it down. And then hinge again, same way, fold forward. And there you go. Try not to round your back. The moment you round your back, you're going to lose the stretch. This is good for sciatic nerve pain. It releases the knots on the left side of your left hip, left lower back, and hold a little deeper for as long as your back feels straight. Very good. Another breath here. And then slowly come up. Very nice. Let's do the other side. One of the things yoga does is balance. So whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side. It teaches us balance. And whatever balance we find in our yoga practice is the balance that we bring into our daily lives. Okay, the balance of emotions, the balance of thoughts, balance of our activities, rest and work, and so many other things that we balance on your checkbook. Okay, right ankle on top of your left knee. Let's do the other side. Lengthen the spine. Hold on to the sides of your chair. Press down the right knee and the right ankle against your left knee or left thigh. Inhale here, keeping that sensation of a flat back. You are to press or fold forward. So you feel that stretch on the right side. Very good. So these are the things that you can do even if you're at work or wherever you are. You just take a few minutes and stretch it out. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, maybe folding a little deeper, pressing the right knee towards the floor, and then slowly release. Come back up. Very good. Okay. Now, just for one pose. Okay, one final pose, I invite you to stand. Okay, and then find some space at the back of your chair. I'm straighten your knees if the body allows it. I want you to experience the stretch on the armpits, the chest, the hips, all the way to the back of your knees. And then step your arms up. Let's walk forward. Back to the back of your chair. Very nice. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, so suddenly you have color. Gives you that natural blush. Okay, so si Jella, mag-headstand siya ng nakakalula. Okay, so there's this one word in yoga that we say after the session. That word means the light in me honors the light in me. It's like the divine in me honors the divine in you. I appreciate that you are here listening to me, whether it's additional information or something that you've known a long time and you just needed to be reminded of it. I appreciate that you're here, and you appreciate that I am here. And when we feel the same for each other, we become one. And we are so united. We're connected to the floor that we're stepping on now. We're connected with what we are hearing, what we are feeling right now, with the blood that's flowing in our veins right now. And we are one. We are connected. And that word is namaste. Okay, so put your palms together. Towards your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Let's all say namaste. Thank you so much. That ends our session. Thank you for attending this talk. Thank you for
Namaste. Thank you so much. Certification of appreciation is grateful to acknowledgement of her distinguished and invaluable services rendered as keynote speaker during #AKONAMANMUNA, a holistic self-care seminar, thereby contributing immeasurable to the prestige and success of the event. JCI Angeles City is grateful for giving us her shared insights and expertise. Given this 24th of June 2023 at Martimol Place Residences Clubhouse, Angeles City, Pampanga 2009. Signed by our President, ELO President 2023, Kate Reyes Romero, and also signed our Project Chairman, Angela Dominique Lasatine. Once again, a round of applause to Ms. Maria Hanina Zilweta.
These are my yogis.
Let's all take a picture sa our first speaker, Sir Culiat.
Gusto mo pala ng 50? White siya niya.
Together with all the participants po, let us join our first and the second.
Ayaw. Hindi, kasi I'm so thankful. Thank you everyone, from the sponsors to the participants, everyone who has helped me with this project. I'm so thankful. Uy, ito ako. Kasi, kagaman prepare ako something, pero It's so hard to write everything kasi I really feel that this project answers a lot of my questions before na bakit hindi ako hinayaan na mag-project na ganito, why it takes so long. Pero now na natapos ko na siya, nakakahina na ako, it really does answer a lot of my why. Isa parang there is really a reason bakit ngayon ko lang siya nagawa and bakit I have the support that I needed to finish this project. I met yung mga speakers ko, I know I didn't meet everyone by chance today. Yung speakers ko, they've been very helpful in my journey of self-care and development. Rescue has been very supportive, even JCI and the board has been very supportive of yung project ko ngayon. Wala silang hesitations, just do it. And nung una, I was praying na sana I have participate process, that was my problem. But looking the whole place right now, puno. And there are more people coming in. So I'm just really, really thankful for today na, ito, na there are really reasons why we have to wait. There are really reasons why things happen at a time. We won't understand it at first and we would even doubt ourselves why. Pero in the end, like today, sabi ko nga, it just really answered na, oh na, it all made sense now. It all made sense today. So I'm really, really thankful and I'm proud for everyone for coming here today kasi I know today is a very busy day for everyone. Like, I have messages of parang, congrats, sorry I can't go, but even with that, the fact that they recognize and acknowledge na parang my efforts today and your efforts as well, I'm so proud of you guys and congratulations for taking this time to actually take time for yourselves. This is, if not your first step, this will be one of the first steps that you will take to actually take care of yourself. And I do hope, just like what our speaker said, sana ituloy-tuloy natin to kasi it does really take much effort and really perseverance to take care of ourselves. At nakaayos siya. So again, thank you for being here today with me. Yun lang.
Thank you so much, our project chairman. #AKONAMANMUNA. And thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
So, we'll be giving now the loot bags. Yay! Kaya talaga yung pinaka-the best. Yung loot bags.
Stabilization, photo na.
O nga pala ha, sa mga JCI,
Nasa 15.
BJCs and JCI members, after this event, we'll continue with our GFM. Yeah, so please stay. Ano na? Good bags? Good bags?
So everyone, sorry So everyone, since you all came today, we have prepared some self-care kits. Dahil sa natawag namin goodie bags, kasi talagang goodie bags siya. Tapos yung mga winners kanina ng Human Milo, please approach me kasi you'll be receiving a gift certificate from Infusions Coffee, Hong Kong. I'll be giving 300 pesos worth. So, yun yan, thank you everyone. We'll bring the little bags here na lang. Tapos guys, we have so much food sa pantry. Please feel free to bring home something. Like, ang dami-dami. So please, this is all part of what you have given today. I don't know if you guys remember that meron tayong beneficiary for this project. So again, I'd like to thank everyone kasi we have hold, I think, more than 20,000 to be given to buy pala the things that our sisters will be needed. So thank you very much.
I thank you lang sa pag-ano.
Sa pag-model ng duty bag. Ay, kung di ba talagang tao namin hindi